The only thing that is new is the location it has happened. The only thing new is that the trouble has shifted to more locations, to different location, a new location. And where is going to be next? Where is going to be next? Small. The katakata of the country has spread. And right now, from where I'm looking, there don't seem to be any more hiding place. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in today's video, I want to talk about what happened in Ondo State. You know, when we speak about things happening in our country, there are some people that come and say we only spread bad news, we only share bad news. And the truth is that there are times when you're like looking forward to good news to share, and something like this happens, and then it reminds you the state of the country, how things are. You know, for those of us that are from the eastern part of Nigeria, we all know there's been so much going on. So currently everybody knows about a lot of stuff that has been going on in the eastern part of Nigeria, and we've always known that the northern part, you know, there's always one thing or the other going on in the northern part. Believe it or not, I used to say to like people that are from the Yoruba side, I'm like, you guys are, I used to feel like, at least your side, there's no katakata going on, there's no whatever going on. But the truth is that this has shown us that, you know, one day you may think you have peace, and the next day something like this is happening. Katakata comes your way. This is what I always say, that sometimes when you see a problem and say, it's happening that side, it's happening that side, those things that are happening out there can come home to anybody. I've made videos in which I talk about when you be like, oh, an individual in Nigeria is going through injustice, and you feel like, you don't feel like we should talk about the topic because you're not affected directly. One day it may be you. Do you know how many things we've heard about recently? How this country has become every day. You know, I made a video in which I was saying that if you think about Nigeria and you think about how when a lot of us were growing up, you will know that Nigeria of that time was better than the Nigeria we have today. So if the past is better than the present, it makes you realize how bad things are. Not too long ago, we were sharing all over social media about the Igbo soldiers, a husband and wife, a couple. They were going to the east for their wedding. They got caught by Tito Day. Nobody knows who exactly. That's another thing. But even this story, this is the problem again by sharing this story. Sometimes you can't get the one information. You can say, okay, this is reliable one. It is this and that. Word of mouth self is worse. Right? Okay, the Igbo couple, they were soldiers. That said this couple were begging for their lives. At the end of the day, their heads were cut off in the eastern part of Nigeria. Not too long ago, a mother and 4 children, her life was ended, and the life of her 4 young children were ended too. And then now we're sharing about this one that happened in Owo, in a Catholic church. Today, one thing or the other, one thing. As far as all this katakata has been going on, this one is the one we've heard about on this the Yoruba side of Nigeria. If you hear so much wasting of lives that has been going on in the eastern part of Nigeria, who is doing it, we don't know. Even this one, as some people are saying, bandit. Till today, forget about all this news report. They still cannot tell us who is involved, who actually did these things to this church. For anyone that does not know this story, so basically, in a church, in a Catholic church in Ondo State, and Owo is a place in Ondo State. Ondo State is a state, one of the states in Nigeria. So it was a Sunday service and mass. They call it mass, the Catholic church. And they said towards the end of the mass that depends on you are asking. So people say there so and so. Another person said there were 2 people. Another person. I don't want to share information that is not reliable. You know. So we don't know how many people came in with the guns, right? And I can't show you guys these videos. I typically don't watch videos like that, but I just clicked in because I think I got a bit too curious, and to see people. Well, let me just explain it because I can't show you the video. So you see the entrance of the church, and then you walk in, and then you see people here and there, because there was a big video that was shared, like fresh video of when it happened, right? And you see, you know, there was one that looked like father and son, right? And the father put his arm. In that video that I saw, the man put his arm like over the child. Looks like protective move. And I'm sorry, but from the video I saw white matter by their heads. You know what that means? Those are their brains out. That's what I saw, right? And then you see young girls with, you know, young girls with lovely dresses, and you see them lying down there, you know, lying down there. You know, when I say, I want to emphasize, like when I say young girl, they look like, you know, maybe girls in their late teens, mid-teens, late teens. And you can see that body of a girl that you know is only starting life. That life is already ended, right? And then there's a body, you see body of elderly women. There's one body that stuck with me. It's just her hand, and you see, I think it was a wristwatch on her hand, and she's just lying. And I'm thinking, they went to church. That was where they went. One of the places people feel the safest, and that was the end of their lives. Think about them getting ready that morning, say, will they go to church? We're going to church to go serve God, not knowing that they were dressing up for their exit out of this world. They were dressing up to go to that place, and their exit out of this world was waiting for them. There's one that is trending now. This girl that has been sharing, the girl made a post saying, how dare, you know, Nigeria waste her parents' lives, basically. And they're showing, I saw on BBC Africa, they showed the couple, the husband and wife, and both of them were in that church. And according to their children, they never missed mass, and both of them exited this world. The amount of blood around the place, Bibles stained with blood. And anyways, and then okay, something else I actually want to say before I forget, let me say it here. I grew up as a Catholic. My parents were Catholics, and we used to go to Catholic church. There was something my father used to say he liked a lot about the church we used to attend, and that church is the St. Paul's Cathedral in Benin City, right on the airport road. A lot of you that are from that side or live that side would know this church. My father always used to emphasize that how much he loved how the church was designed. In St. Paul's Cathedral, every single wall basically is a door. The only enclosure will be the altar, and then the back wall, that's the entrance of the church. But the whole of the back wall has just a door, a big door that leads in, but every single wall left and right is basically doors, just pillars in between. And my father used to talk about how amazing that design, you know, is. And he used to say that what's it called, he used to say that in the olden days, this is how my father used to say, in the olden days when Muslims from the northern part used to walk in to attack Christians, that they used to come in, and this is, I never forgot that story. He said when they come into churches, because churches were typically one door in, one door out in those days, he said they stand at the door and everybody is lining up to be slaughtered. And he used to say that he loves the way this church is designed, that God forbid there was ever anything, everybody will be out of the building quicker and easier, because the access out will be easier. This particular church building, when I looked at it, I'm going to be honest, I saw that is definitely different from the way that St. Paul's Cathedral is. When you walk in, you know that is, and there are few doors in and few doors out, right? Okay, I just wanted to emphasize on that, because now I think a lot of churches have to put these things in mind, because there's no end in sight. Put it in mind in the way you design these churches, because we're living in a country where there is no peace, right? So make it easier for God forbid something like this, because when things like this happen, you have to learn from it and say, how can we improve to reduce casualties next time? I just wanted to emphasize on that before I forget about it. So no matter we like it or not, things like this forces us to tell ourselves the truth. The truth is this, or one of them is that a lot of the churches and the mega pastors, like they like to call themselves, or they like to be called, you know, they will start the beginning of the year and they will prophesy a lot of prophecies and all of that. Well, none of them saw all these things. None of them saw a lot of these things that are happening in Igbo land. None of them saw how Igbo land was going to end up being the way it is right now. I know many Igbos that live abroad, that when they go home to Nigeria now, they stay in Lagos and they stay anywhere else, but they don't go to the east. You know why it's sad is that when you are so far away from your country and you come home, you really want to go home. that's giving me goosebumps. Because there's something I don't know about your tribes or your region of Nigeria or wherever, but I think it's the same for everybody. There is something about having your foot on the soil of your father and his fathers and fathers before them. You may go to Nigeria and have a great time, but if you cannot go to the village where you come from, you're missing something. I don't know about your village, but I can tell you that many villages in Igbo land are homes that are more than just coming to Nigeria. There are homes that hold a very good, big place in the hearts of Igbo people. But today, a lot of Igbos go to Nigeria on holidays and they can't go to their villages. If that is not sad, I don't know what else is. And you know, going back to what I'm saying about people that claim they see vision and they tell you that they had coffee or tea with God. They sat with God like this and they had tea with him. And they will tell people that this year 10 people will buy cars, whatever prophecies they prophesy, all these things. None of them prophesied a lot of these things that are going on. There are some traditional rulers in Igbo land that have lost their lives. Nobody saw that coming. The soldiers that they got their heads removed from their bodies, nobody saw that coming. And look at this. Look at this. Somebody that came the other time I was there insulting themselves in the comment section and say, Igbos, you don't have respect. That's why you don't have mega geos. We Yorubas are the ones with all the mega geos. It's even sad that somebody will be claiming churches that this is our church. Even though Igbo people attend the churches as well. Other people from other tribes, Bini people, Calabar people, everybody, some Hausa people attend these churches as well. But because the head pastor is Yoruba, such an ignorant person feels like it is Yoruba church. And then he's telling me we are the ones with the mega churches or whatever. But at the end of the day, look at this, because they may say, okay, they don't see vision for Igbo land. The mega churches, they are Deboyes and the Oyedepos and the, which other one? Fato Yubos and all of them. What's it called? Even the vice president of the country is a pastor and is a Yoruba man. None of them saw the vision of this happening. Saw the vision of this happening in Ondo. On the other hand, is something else for people to open their eyes and realize. Suleiman made a Twitter post that he said God will not come down and, how did he say it? He made a post that God will not come down and do for you what you're supposed to do for yourself or something like that. And there's truth in that. Suleiman actually, he told the truth. No matter what we say about Suleiman, this one, no, the man talked true. But at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, he has basically exposed himself in the process. And what has he said? That God will not come and do for you what you're supposed to do for yourself. The same man that came out. What I'm pointing at is for people to begin to, you see, church, don't do it the way some of these people are showing you. Don't do it the way, because today they talk today to Suleiman that basically people are supposed to work and make money for themselves, for their bank account. Suleiman claimed that angels was distributing money into people's account. So in that process, angels came to do for people what they're supposed to do for themselves, which is to work and make the money that will go into their accounts. Abi, that is what you're supposed to do for yourself. But he said angel was doing it for people, putting money in their account free of charge. Now he's now telling people. Today he's telling the truth. That time he was not telling the truth. Now he's telling people that God will not come down and do for you what you're supposed to do for yourself. Churches need to protect themselves, or churches, whatever way he phrased it. It's true. But you see, but for an unbeliever that watches the video where Suleiman was showing God giving people money free of charge, right? And then hear him say this, we say, which kind? I'm telling you the truth. These are the kind of people that make Christianity look like a joke to some people. Before, to an outsider, the conflicting statement that God is giving people money free of charge. They did money they didn't work for. Now he's telling them to work towards protecting themselves. God will not come and do that, but God will come and give them money free of charge in their account. If you were not a Christian and you hear this, are you not going to think Christianity is a joke? Some of the things that you look at and see when things like this happen, it will open your eye about this one, open your eye about our government, about the pastors that claim to always see vision and prophesy. You know, those that will curse and boy and all of those things, they will be putting curses on people. They have never been able to curse away all these problems out of Nigeria. It's good time for people to sit back and look at this country. And look, I'm telling you guys, a lot of these politicians and the mega GOs, their children don't live in Nigeria. Have you seen the bodyguards that walk around Poleneche? Have you seen? So you will see that they get themselves protected. I'm using as an example. All of them, they carry bodyguards. It is the everyday man that are at most at risk. That it seems like if the life of the everyday man does not have a value. If in some countries, the president would have made a speech by now and would tell people authentic information as to, okay, exactly what happened, how it happened. Today, if you go by social media posts, you can't get the truth. Even some people that when they were interviewing people, you find that the first person will say something, another one will say something that is completely contrary to what that person said. You see all these things, no authentic information. Every time they're shooting in America, the president come out and address it and speak about it. About own, nothing is happening. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm here trying to make a video about it and speak about it, but I can't even put, like, I don't have any of the information I'm going to say. The only information I know is that, okay, this happened in a war, and that happened in a war, and I can tell you the video I watched, what I saw, but as to what the truth is about the matter, the same thing about a lot of stuff that have been happening in the East. There are some of them you can't even make a video about it because you don't have any information. You like, what information do you pass? They say it's unknown gunmen, and they say it is this one, and they say it's government people. It is so you don't even know. When you share the video, you don't even know what information to share. Okay, I'll give you guys an example. I read to you guys this report that contradicts some things that social media has been sharing, that even some newspapers have shared. The Catholic Diocese of Ondo, this is their press release. Listen to this. It says, by the way, the Pope has spoken about it. He has addressed the matter, right? Okay. And then this one is a publication. This is Ondo State now that made it and said, meanwhile, all the priests and bishops in the church are safe and none was kidnapped as the social media has it. That area I wanted to address. You see why it's difficult to know what to share. When they say, something happened in eastern part of Nigeria, some people say it's IPOP that did it. Some people say it is unknown gunmen. Some people say it's Fulani herdsmen. Some people say they are actually police. Some people say it's actually soldiers. Then you go to reputable newspapers, you can't see any information. Maybe now, because now the way things are, there are some part of the eastern part of Nigeria that I don't believe any press will want to even go near them. I don't believe anybody want to even report from there because that is how bad it has gotten. That is how bad it has gotten. It says there are a lot of places in the eastern part of Nigeria don't even have police stations anymore because the police stations were being attacked. So when you want to make video, you don't know what to share. I post about these things on Facebook or my community tab. For those of you that may not know, here there is the community tab where I can share information as soon as like something that is out. I can just share it. Not everything I may make video about, but some of them I always share in the community tab. I'm coming back to the area of knowing what information to actually share when you hear a story that is going viral or a story that is going, because sometimes you don't want to be part of those that share false information. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, you know, there's nothing new here. The only thing that is new is the location it has happened. The only thing new is that the trouble has shifted to more locations, to different location, a new location, and where it's going to be next. Where it's going to be next. And do you know another sad part about it is that whoever did this, the chances of them ever being caught in Nigeria and them coming to justice is basically, as far as I'm concerned, almost non-existent. So because people that have done worse, they get away with it. So what discourages more people to do even more bad things in Nigeria? Tell me what would discourage them. Because our government will move on as if nothing happens. The society will move on as if nothing happens. Now we're talking about it. Give another 1 week or two. Nigerians will carry on as normal, and there's never justice for the people. I'm sorry guys, from where I'm looking, I don't see an end in sight, or else a lot of things change in that country. And it's sad to say that the way it's looking, God forbid, let me say that, but the way it's looking, Nigeria, if it continues like this, Nigeria is going to become very inhabitable for a lot of people. It's like an infection that has been spreading, but because the infection was not treated at the source, if the infection was treated from the beginning when it started, it will not spread. But you know, when they say it's Sambisa forest, everybody feels so far away from Sambisa forest. It is northern part, everybody feels so far away. Small, the katakata of the country has spread. And right now, from where I'm looking, they don't seem to be any more hiding place. And I don't know what else to say. I'm going to leave it here. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.